Katie and Nat, rocking the scene with you in old flicks from the 90s. So keen, the VHS Club, they're the talk of the town. Breaking it down, spreading nostalgia all around. Moving and grooving to the synth-pop sound. Their insight is so fresh, painting pictures profound. From Pulp Fiction to Clueless, they know it all. The genuine love for movies stands tall. Unfolding memories on that VHS screen, talking about classics like you've never seen. Katie with her charm, Nat with that wit. Together they make the VHS Club legit.
Welcome back to the VHS Club. We are so excited you're here. We're so excited to be talking all about Mary Poppins tonight with Andrew. Andrew, thanks very much for joining the show with us.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you, Andrew.
I always love when people are like so excited to come to the show and then also like want to share their favorite movies and want to be able to talk on screen with us too. So let's have a really fun night. We usually ask the question whether or not people have seen this, but I'm going to go on the assumption that almost everyone, if not everyone, has seen Mary Poppins. And if you have not, please just stop watching this right now and go and watch Mary Poppins. It is an absolute gem of a film. It's gonna, I mean, no spoilers, but this one gets high ratings. Even if you don't like this one, you are in the wrong place. But I want to kick it off, Andrew. So why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself? You have a YouTube channel and a show.
Yep. It's a vlog, all about accessibility content. I'm still working on things, but
That's awesome.
things are growing slowly but steadily.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
So it's called Accessible Adventures with Andrew, correct?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Awesome. You can grab the link for that if you want to swing over and learn more about Andrew and all he's doing. It's in our show notes and here on YouTube in the description. All right, Andrew. So what made Mary Poppins your choice? We let you pick any movie out there and you were like 100% Mary Poppins.
It was because it was my first Disney movie ever.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I'm loving
My mom.
Go ahead.
My mom had the cassette tape to play in the car and things when I was younger. So my sister was like, "Is there any other movie that exists?"
I used to have those cassette tapes.
I basically wore the tape out. Wore the tapes out.
I love that. Go ahead, Nat.
I used to have the cassette tapes too. We had a couple of Disney movies on tape. And that was fun. I forgot that we had just the audios. I also have records. I think I have Mary Poppins on vinyl as well. And not the soundtrack, but like the movie. So it's like you could listen to it like
really?
the old radio shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you had too, Andrew? Was it the soundtrack or was it the movie itself?
It was the movie.
Whoa, cool. I didn't know that. The soundtrack is also wildly popular. So like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was if it was others. I love Josh is saying that. So Mary Poppins and Jungle Book were the last two movies that Walt Disney personally had a hand in making before he passed away in 1996. And Val, out of here. You're not allowed to hang out with us if you did not watch Mary Poppins. You gotta hang up. No, just kidding. You're welcome to stay, but please go watch Mary Poppins. It's so wonderful.
I'm not sure if I'm surprised or not surprised. Because sometimes Val is like, oh, I've definitely seen that one, and it's so out of pocket. Then like Mary Poppins, like no, which I guess fair enough.
So what was it? Nat, what was your earliest memory of watching this? So Andrew was saying that he wore his tapes out. Was this one that you watched over and over again? Do you remember your first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time when I was very little. I used to always do the choreography. I used to always try and copy the choreography for the chimney sweep dance, which is crazy if you think about it.
It's a hard dance. Yeah.
It is. It's more high kicks than the Russian ballet. Like it's like Ukrainian dancers don't do that much work, like leg work. It's insane. So yeah, but I remember used to always like in the basement be trying to do that. Step in time, step in time. Anyways, it's burnt a lot of energy. Like yay for my parents.
So typical to my story. I don't remember the first. Mary Poppins I've always known it. I don't remember the first time that I watched it. I was probably pretty young. I do remember though. I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I rewatched it for the first time in a long time, and I watched it just my mom and I, as like obviously both adults, and it hit different as an adult than as a kid. Like because I was very aware about how like sad the idea of like chimney sweeps was, and like it is very layered, or like there are a lot of very adult like
the commentary on parenting and just parents being involved, or specifically more so dads being involved, though in the movie the mom's equally not involved with the kids. And
women's rights, and like there's a lot of
the Boston Tea Party mention. I thought, first of all, I thought that was a really shady read because it was so British and sarcastic, and I thought it was hilarious, but I'm also not American, so I'm really sorry I laughed hard at that joke. But you know, it made the tea undrinkable even for Americans.
Shout out to Tater, who's hanging out with us. Also, one of his favorite Disney movies. So he's with Andrew, and this one being his absolute favorite. Andrew, did you own this? So you said you burned this one out. Do you still have this one on? Do you have it on VHS, or are you a Disney Plus person that just has it when you want to access it that way?
I have the VHS still.
I love it. Is it the VHS that barely works because you played it too much, or did you upgrade and get a new copy of your VHS?
I think I got a new copy.
I love it.
I still have that tape.
Yeah, I still have the Vault one from the 90s. Remember when they were like thick white cases?
Yeah.
The clamshells.
I have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is our first awesome fact of the night. Thanks, Paul. This was my favorite fact as well. Paul says many of the nannies in the large queue of applicants for the job at the start of this movie were actually men in drag. I did not know that until literally today when I was watching it and reading facts at the same time. But it's very obvious when you watch. Did
probably
you
all the chimney sweep dancers. To be fair,
probably.
It's like if they have to hire a whole bunch of dancers, they might as well use them for more than one shot, right?
You know, the other thing I don't think I noticed until today, which makes me sound crazy, is that I never realized how bad Dick Van Dyke's accent is. Like, obviously it is. It's obviously terrible. But it literally wasn't until watching it today when reading the facts, and I was like, but yeah, it is really bad. It's just really
okay, so to defend Dick Van Dyke
so he can do no wrong to me.
I mean, ironically, like English white Americans are terrible at British accents.
It's hard, yeah.
No, but it's kind of ironic because that's where, a
Yeah.
lot of people colonized from, right?
yeah.
So it kind of blows my mind. But in his defense, he had to make a Cockney accent like palatable to the ear while singing. Okay, so he couldn't really do like a proper Cockney accent because nobody would understand it.
Yeah.
In all fairness, he had to sing with the accent and speak clearly for children with the accent. So it couldn't be a good Cockney accent.
No. What do you think, Andrew? Did his accent drive you crazy, or did you just love him?
I just love him. Love him.
Yeah.
But
He's so charming.
P.O. didn't want him in it.
I know. His character is not in the books, and which I think I can't imagine Mary Poppins without Bert. I love him.
It's a good balance. They have a good counterbalance. They sort of, if you will, attack the bank parents together, like they come from two fronts to reiterate the same message to the parents. So, and they're super fun.
So who is your favorite character, Andrew?
Mary.
Mary?
Yeah.
What is it about Mary that makes her the best?
I have no idea.
She's a comfort character.
Yeah.
We grew up with her.
Yeah. She really defined what it was like to everyone's vision of what a nanny is. Is Mary Poppins. Yeah, I don't know. There is something magical about her as a character, but also about Julie Andrews playing her, I think, for sure. Nat, what about you? Do you have a favorite character?
Probably Mary Poppins, though I do also really like the penguins.
Oh, penguins are huge. The penguins definitely get all the credit. I will say, actually, this is a good question. Okay, Andrew. So, in addition to Mary Poppins, do you have a favorite animated character? There's a bunch. The penguins. The penguins. I think my favorite character, don't come at me, everyone. I loved Mrs. Banks. And maybe this is adult me watching it. I think she's wonderful on a variety of different levels. And I will be also controversial, even though I love the penguins, there's something about the fox in the fox chase that I really like as well.
So funny.
He's so funny. And I don't think I ever, now I actually have friends who friends and family members who have participated in I guess not traditional hunts like this, but do a ton of horseback riding and are involved in these kinds of things. And so, but that was in my mind, that's what a fox hunt looks like. It's is an animated fox hunt from Mary Poppins. So, so I think it's too funny.
I also love Mrs. Banks. You're right, because she's the right amount of whimsy and unserious, but also very serious because she's fighting for suffragette rights. That's insane. That was an insane thing to do at the time, and thank God people had done it. but these women got arrested, and she's a woman in society. She's a woman in a position of power, and she's kind of the opposite of who you thought did it.
Yeah.
So it was she was a very complex character for seeming so oh yes, dear. Oh, that's so silly, dear. She seems very whimsy, but she's also, anyways, I like her too. She's and a great singer. I love her voice.
Yeah. I just thought it was fantastic that she, again, I love sort of how comfortable she is in her role. She gets her, she's very much part of this entire, community of women who are trying to work to get the vote and to get women's rights.
Basic rights.
But then she comes
to be able to work.
She comes in and there's a line where the the hired help is like talking. She was like, well, put that away because Mr. Banks doesn't like to see that. And then she then has this entire conversation with Mr. Banks where she like somehow tricks him into like doing the listing for the nanny. And then like when the kids come in to give their version of what the nanny like should be, he's like about to interrupt them and he's very kind of like eye rolly with them. And she's just like, no. Like, we're going to hear this out. And like, so she really like commands her space and
boss.
is like, she is like I don't know. She's the
head of the household.
For the time, like given that it was the 60s, like she's a really nice representation of a mother and a wife and a woman. And like, I don't know, she feels very balanced to me. And I
technically
really like
for
that.
the 1910s. So technically for the 10s.
True. But for the 60s portrayal of the 1910s, I'm very proud of how she worked out. I'm laughing at Josh is talking. They were talking about Mary Poppins' bag and all the incredible things she pulls out of her bags. Nice Dungeons and Dragons reference there, Josh. I love it. Yeah, the bag is pretty magical in itself. There's something about like the carpet bag. No, it's made of carpet and everything she pulls out of it. I absolutely love that. All right, I'm scrolling through. Yeah, so a couple things I don't know if I fully knew, but we were chatting about this before we jumped on to the podcast, but I didn't know that. So I knew that this was like a pet project for Walt Disney, like personally, the man, not the company. And I knew that, I guess to some extent I knew that it was a book, but I don't think I fully appreciated how long it took to make this movie. So it was like around 20 years of Walt Disney negotiating with the author Travers to get the rights for this book. And in the end, the author hated how Mary Poppins turned out, which is so disappointing because we all just like have such levels of nostalgia with this movie. I just find that a little
the rest of us liked her better.
I know. I find that a little bit sad. And I guess part of it is that, so in the book, I've never read the books, but, and there are multiple, but supposedly Mary Poppins is a lot meaner and like a lot more curt. So maybe more like a Nanny McPhee kind of vibe. And then also Bert's not in the film, as we said. And I guess Walt Disney really wanted this movie to be animated and the author did not. And so when she saw that it even had animation in it, she was really, really, really angry. But I really love the mix of like real life and animation. What do you think, Andrew?
No, Disney was right.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it makes it feel more magical to some extent. Like there's something about there was like a time where I feel like as a kid I was like, oh, it is. Not that I thought it was possible, but there was like something like magical with the idea like you could jump into a painting or a picture. You could jump into, we had a TV show we watched as kids where they jumped into stamps and could travel. But like there was an idea of like getting to explore the world that way that I think is special. I thought that was really fun. I love it.
Yeah, I love when they jumped into the chalk drawing and then they're dusting the chalk off themselves. Like just that sort of tie-in to make it like from the real world to the cartoon, but it still has elements of the real world in it. It was just very magical and it really brought kids in. There was one critic I had seen from when it had first come out that said she wished that those scenes were shorter.
Huh.
But she did admit, she's like, but I bet the kids are gonna like it a lot more. Just me having read the books and in respect to the books, those scenes should have been shorter for it to be better movie for adults. But she's like, but I think kids will really like it. And well, yeah, she was right. Kids loved it. Still do.
I wonder how different it would feel. So like I definitely felt differently rewatching it as an adult, but my feelings though are still so tied up in the nostalgia and how like my childhood self viewed this movie. Like I wonder, Val, when you get around to watching this movie and we force you to watch all these movies, you will have to report back and let us know how you think. Like what does it feel like as an adult to watch a movie like this? Is it as magical or are you right now in that like there is something about like those scenes and those moments being really special for children, like in particular, which Disney has always been so great at, like it making these experiences where like you really do feel like you are in this world, which I think there's a special I don't know. There's a specialness to that.
It makes magic possible.
Yeah,
it makes
magic possible.
children believe that magic is possible.
Yeah,
Which is part of imagination, right?
There was this line. I'm not going to remember possibly. I'm not going to remember it correctly, but it was something like Disney always believed in the idea of making reality magical and and to make a magical reality. Like it was like this play off of both of them. I totally butchered that. Sorry, Disney friends, but sorry, Andrew. But
Disney friends, please correct us.
Yeah, Disney friends, please correct us if you're in the chat. Tater is saying it was a practically perfect movie. He also says, we believe, one of the best lines is, we believe that as a group, they're rather stupid. I love it.
One thing that I noticed watching it now is how little has changed.
Oh yeah.
for like women in parenting and like, yes, there are a lot of changes, but you still hear, there's still a lot of instances where it hasn't changed. And that sentiment from that song still sits sometimes, not always, sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Andrew, you might appreciate this, and maybe you knew this fact, but so the movie took about $6 million to make, which was not a small amount of money, especially in the 60s, but it grossed over $100 million. So it was like wildly profitable. It was Disney's biggest hit of the decade, Disney's biggest hit for a long time. But what I didn't know, which I think is really special for all of the Walt Disney World fans out there, is that this movie, basically the money that was the profit that was made as a result of this movie went immediately into what would eventually become the Disney Imagineers like team and program, which I think is just really incredible. And so like the idea of a movie that is such a magical story and is such a cornerstone of the Disney empire would then kind of spawn this like, I don't know, like group of people whose entire being is caught up in like creating these magical moments physically on site at the parks, and I just think that's really neat. Special, really. It's it's a cool. I still haven't watched. There's a documentary on Disney Plus all about like Disney Imagineering and Disney Imagineers, and I just think it's a newer thing for me to be learning about, and I think it's a really cool job. a special job.
Yeah.
P.L. Travers wanted everything recorded, and Richard had all the tapes, so they based Saving Mr. Banks on those tapes that Richard had.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow.
Did you enjoy Saving Mr. Banks? You rewatched it recently, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not yet seen that one. It's very high on my list. I just didn't pull off getting to it in time for this episode. But it tells the story of Walt Disney negotiating with Travers and creating Mary Poppins. Supposedly it's a little bit rose-colored glasses, like it wasn't as nice as it is in the movie, which you can imagine because Tom Hanks is playing Disney, so obviously it's just sunnier and nicer than it probably was in real life. But still kind of an interesting. I like that I love the idea of a movie that is the backstory of such an iconic film. I think that's really neat.
I had watched it when it came out, and I really, really liked it.
You liked it? Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I couldn't specifically name stuff about it, but because it came out more than a decade ago,
yes,
I think.
There's one thing that Natalie doesn't remember that I normally like, I've got it. I've got all the things that I don't remember.
Somewhere between 2010 and 2015, okay? I don't like, that's not the information that I need to retain in my brain. I'm glad it sparks joy, Katie.
Val says that she'll let us know after she watches it.
And let me know.
Yeah, we'll have to let Andrew know as well. Yeah, and Josh is saying so again, I know not as much about Imagineers as certainly a lot of my Disney friends do, but Josh is saying that one of the Imagineers in the 60s was Kevin Force, the person who created Teddy Ruxpin in 1985. Yeah, like it's basically an entire job where you are bringing the magic of your imagination like physically into all of these different projects. So I just think it's I don't know. There's something I think really cool that Mary Poppins gifted that to all of us. Like, it's just, I think that's really sweet. Whether or
Was
not you're a
Teddy-
Disney person.
Was Teddy Ruxpin like the 80s version of the Furby? And did
think
older
so.
people
Yeah.
find that Teddy Ruxpin as creepy as I found Furbies?
I
I'm
don't
realizing
find Teddy.
this
I
now.
don't find Teddy Ruxpin to be.
I don't
Creepy.
find him to be creepy either, but I was a kid and thought he
Furbies
was
are
the coolest
definitely
thing
creepy.
ever.
You can fight
Furbies
me
haunt
on
my
how
dreams. Okay,
creepy it is.
they will haunt me forever. I remember the first time I went to, was it the first time? I can't remember. I went to New York City in the 90s, and there was this giant, like, I don't know, 50-foot Furby outside of FAO Schwartz, and it was horrific. Like, why they didn't film a horror movie there about it, I still don't understand, because it was a missed opportunity. But so, like, did like Gen X think that Nintendo Gen's Teddy Ruxpins were just Furbies?
We'll have to ask. We'll have to ask. We'll have to put that question out to the internet. I love these facts from Paul. So Paul's saying that Dame Julie Andrews was determined to nail the lullaby "Stay Awake." She took 50 takes in the Disney recording studio to create the perfect soft voice. But then Dick Van Dyke, in comparison, took only one take to record Fidelity Fiduciary Bank, which I think is awesome. He played two roles, which, again, I don't know if I fully realized. Like, it's like eye roll at me. It's obvious, but I didn't.
Now.
I didn't totally. It's obvious now as an adult. As a child, I was just like, they're singing and dancing, and so this soundtrack.
Well, Julie Andrews
is
had
just-
such a perfect voice.
her voice is phenomenal. Like, we've been listening a lot to the Sound of Music soundtrack. We're in our soundtrack era, like our musicals era right now in our house, and I forgot how much I loved this one. Like, Sound of Music is always kind of top of mind for her stuff, and then this started playing, and I was like, "Oh, we are bringing this into our, we are putting this soundtrack into our car." It
In our
is
rotation.
phenomenal. I love it. Yeah. So yeah, and speaking of Julie Andrews too, I'm scrolling through some of these facts, but I didn't know either that she lost the leading role in My Fair Lady, which came out the same year, which is what opened her up to be able to do this movie at all. And then she won the Oscar for it, and it was her like first major role,
Major movie.
Yeah, first major movie. That must have been earth-shattering.
Thank God. For both those parts.
For both those
Audrey
parts.
Hepburn was
Yeah.
perfect in her part in My Fair Lady, and Julie Andrews was perfect as Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Thank God that happened.
Yeah. Oh, sure, Val. You've seen The Sound of Music, but you haven't seen Mary Poppins.
I love The Sound of Music too. It was amazing. Though that was also one watching. I guess I kind of understood as a kid, but like the whole
That's a
Nazi
heavy
of
topic.
it all.
Yeah, that's a heavy topic. Yeah.
I was like, I did have a decent understanding of that because of my grandparents from the time period, but so that was always a bit of a fast forward through this part. Like, not so romantic that this adult soldier is interested in this child. Let's skip that scene.
Yeah. Mary Poppins is a little bit more pure on that front.
I'm like,
Although the
even as a
chimney
kid, I
sweeps
was
are
like,
sad.
that Nazi should not be wooing this child. But okay, she still has a nanny. Like,
Hi to Heather hanging out with us. Heather says Mary Poppins is her all-time favorite Disney movie. I love that. Yeah. And Josh is telling us that A Spoonful of Sugar was one of the songs his school performed for his Christmas concert when he was in kindergarten. I didn't know that, and this is the dark side of Mary Poppins, right? In the same way that we're talking about chimney sweeps. A Spoonful of Sugar, that reference is actually referring to polio. I guess after you took your polio medication, you took a spoonful of sugar afterwards.
to chase it down. Yeah.
To chase it down, which I think is like a lot sadder than the fun, magical, like sweet taste that Mary Poppins gives.
Well, if you put it in context, let's be honest, England didn't come out with a lot of great children's songs like London Bridge. Like,
It was written because of one of the Sherman Brothers kids had
Polio. Yeah.
a vaccine that the school gave.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misspoke. He got the vaccine for polio, not actually
Yeah.
had polio. Excuse me. I'm
Yeah.
totally spreading fake facts. Yeah, I did read that as well, Andrew. Don't listen to me. Listen to Andrew. Don't listen to me. Well, this is
Andrew is our Mary Poppins expert.
Yeah, this is a good one for Andrew. So if Travers, the author, had gotten her way, how different do you think the Mary Poppins film would have been? So if it had just been the book.
Very different.
Very different. Very,
Do you think
very
kids would
different.
have liked it?
No.
Boo to Travers, Disney forever.
In all fairness, I have to read the books.
I know. I now
her
totally
stance
have
on
to
it.
read the books. I have
But
to
just
read the books.
her stance against the whimsical aspects that Disney added makes me less interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also curious.
I'm kind of curious. I'm hesitating because it's funny, like even in rewatching it today, I don't, and it's been probably, again, I think about 3 or 4 years since I had seen it last, but I think that like Julie Andrews' version of Mary Poppins is still quite strict. Like she's very deadpan, no nonsense about things. Like she's sort of tongue in cheek and funny. Like as an adult, you're like, you're wonderful, but she makes the kids do all the things that they're supposed to do. She's not, I wouldn't define her as, I guess she is nice, but she's not a pushover by any means. She's not.
No.
She's polite. She's very polite and she's very
Oh, she's still
professional.
teaching the kids.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I loved the most was one of her first bits with the kids is when she teaches them to snap to put the toys away, and she's singing a song about how if things are fun if you change your perspective on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how like putting your toys away can be fun. It's like the cleanup song we sing with like our kids. And
Yeah.
you know, like it's just shifting that shift of perspective, which she was teaching the kids, is something I think that resonated with me throughout my whole life.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's in the book, but if it is, bravo. And if not, bravo to Disney.
Yeah.
Both of you for introducing it. But it's I think that was the magic moment with Mary Poppins. So it's like even when she's being strict later in the movie, you know that they're still having fun because they believe they're having fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's like following rules or being safe doesn't mean that you're not going to have fun.
Yeah. And that, yeah, no, I would
Because the
agree with
kids
that.
ran away, what, 6 times in 1 week? Like,
Yeah, it is.
before Mary Poppins came in, that's dangerous.
Yeah, seriously. I also like, I think it's also to speaking to the fact that like kids do really need like structure and routine and rules and guidance. And so I think she is a really nice, like she's making these spaces feel safe and fun. And I think that is like a hugely important part, and probably in many cases why we all liked it so much as kids. I love the scene with her and Mr. Banks when she first comes in and Mr. Banks is like so flustered because she's holding like the paper she's not supposed to, and he's sure he has like ripped it up and gotten rid of it, and he's like looking in the fireplace because he cannot figure out why she has it. And as he's doing that, she's becoming more and more concerned about him. She's like, I'm happy to take the job and I'm getting it started. And then like he's like looking at her crazy and she's like, I'll do a week trial because you're a hot mess and I don't trust you. She's so funny. Like I don't know. I forgot how funny that scene is and how just like clever. The dialogue is very clever in this. So I don't know how much of it was Travers's dialogue versus what Disney changed and added. Tater's saying that I guess Saving Mr. Banks shed some light on why Travers was so protective of Poppins. I will definitely have to watch that and gain a bit more perspective. Do you remember why that was, Andrew?
Most of the characters were based on people in her life.
In her life. That makes sense. That's typical for writers, for sure. And Josh is saying that when they went to visit Uncle Albert, played by Ed Wynn, she was no nonsense during that scene too. She's very no nonsense during that scene. Justifiably.
yes and no. Yes and no, because she does float the table up to them. She does join them. She
gives in. Like It's the same with Bert going
It's
to the
nuts.
paintings. She's like, eye roll, you're not doing
Yeah.
it right. Let's go in together.
I feel like it's more she's teaching them how to build boundaries, like how you can have fun, but it's within certain bounds. Like I think it was almost purposeful that she held back instead of her just being strict, you know?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
I think it was a lesson for the kids. So anyways, I love that scene because the jokes were really funny. I like the faces joke, the watch joke.
Yeah. The dialogue is really, really clever.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew.
And if you haven't seen the movie, it's they tell jokes and they're laughing so much that they float up to the ceiling. So and they can't come down from the ceiling because they're laughing too much and they can't stop laughing.
Yeah. It does deal a little bit with dementia, but
Well, yes.
I'll let it go.
Clearly.
As Taylor says, it was tea time. So, Andrew, over to you first and then over to Nat. What is your favorite magical moment or like special effect, I guess, in this movie? Do you have a favorite, like a moment of magic that just gets you? Penguins.
Yeah, how they did the animated scene.
The animated scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. How about you, Nat?
I love the chimney sweep dance because it really made it look like they were dancing over these tall buildings.
Yeah. Over
And over the gaps and over the holes
Mm-hmm.
of the chimneys, and it looked like they could fall through them.
Yeah.
And that was very suspenseful. So like, oh my God, that's so dangerous. Like they could go splat, but they're so good at their job.
It apparently was very hard for them to film that scene as well. So
The choreography was intense.
the choreography was pretty incredible. So I love it.
A lot of people with tapping and timing with that many people, and a lot of stunt. You know, like it was and different levels of the set and how like you could see certain shots like they couldn't cut it, you know, and put it together. It had to be one bigger shot.
Yeah.
So it's like all of those people on that set had to be on count. It's very impressive.
Yeah, there's some so speaking of like movie magic, so to Andrew's favorite scene, the animated live action sequence, keep in mind this was the 60s, used a process called sodium vapor compositing, friends, a forerunner to the green screen, which was groundbreaking at the time. So like again, like things that we take for granted now were crazy difficult back then. So like even that, and it holds up pretty well. Like the quality still looks phenomenal. And to Nat's point earlier with the tea party scene, they had to film that by literally filming the entire scene upside down. So like you can imagine like a camera person had to put themselves upside down in order to film that. Like none of this would have been all that easy compared to a lot of the special effects and things that we have today. And to your point now, like all of those scenes, like how well they were choreographed. Like it's not like when we were talking about Rocky Horror last week where they like wrote the moves into the song because they had no budget for it. This was like heavily budgeted and flawlessly planned to make it feel as easy and as simple, right, as it was.
Dick Van Dyke dancing with the penguins. So the way he was throwing like the sand so he could do the slides and the gliding and stuff it's like a practical stage effect, but just amazing how it was incorporated in because they're at this little park cafe in what I guess Hyde Park or wherever they were, but and he like spills some salt on the ground so he could do this dance with the penguins, and it was just so magically performed but such a practical thing, you know, like it was very well presented. And I mean Dick Van Dyke is a phenomenal dancer.
I'm laughing because Tater says that he can't believe he missed Rocky Horror. You can go back and rewatch that one. We're always happy to talk about Rocky Horror. Tater's saying that his favorite scene is at the beginning with Bert as a one-man band. The kind of slow, dark song he sings gives him goosebumps. Yeah, Bert is fabulous. So for me, it's Mrs. Banks and then Bert and Mary Poppins. There's something, I think you're right, like about Bert's, I don't know, he's just so like hardworking but friendly, and like he really guides us through this film. Like he really, in many cases, is the narrator to this entire experience. And I think, I mean, Dick Van Dyke is wonderful. The fact he is nearing 100 makes me so happy I could cry. And I just think he does such a phenomenal job in this role. And I really like, I think I'm with you, Tater. I think that like some of those scenes where he's by himself and the musicality and the physicality of those moments are hauntingly beautiful. Like they really, I am not surprised that it gives you goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps as well. I think it's fabulous. And again, the score in the like, so the Sherman Brothers wrote like the music for this, and supposedly it was so popular that even the Beatles were like so excited to meet them in 1965. Like this was like a hugely popular soundtrack. The songs are like constantly stuck in your head. Andrew, favorite song? Hard to name one.
Yeah. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You're like, I can do it. I can name one. How about you, Nat?
All of them, but maybe just a little bit. Let's Go Fly a Kite.
Let's Go Fly a Kite. I love that one.
Yeah, because it's just so happy at the end, and the dad finally, well, he kind of loses his mind, but chills out a bit. But then he gets his job back, and not just his job back, but a promotion. Like, happy ending song.
The Let's Go Fly a Kite song was actually inspired by the Sherman Brothers' dad.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And what they used to do with him.
Aw.
I remember I used to always ask my dad to go and fly a kite with me, but like when it's not windy, it doesn't work. And my dad's
Charlie
like,
Brown,
"Oh
it's not
God!" It really is like, and it's like he would just want that magic, so he would like run in the field. This is like at our camp, and he would run in the field so it would go up. But then, like, how long can you go running around just so your toddler's happy, right? Like, oh man.
Well, Paul's
I remember
with you.
my dad being like, ugh.
A couple votes for Let's Go Fly a Kite. A couple votes for Feed the Birds, which
which was Walt's favorite.
Walt's favorite. Yeah, he used to make them play it over and over.
Yeah. And they played it a couple Fridays when he was gone to as a tribute.
That's so sad. It's a sad song, too.
It's a really sad song. Like that one makes me cry just by itself. Chim Chimaree is also fabulous. And that one took the Oscar, so that one certainly is high on the list. I might be with you, Andrew. I love Supercalifragilistic. It's so kind of silly and
all
fun.
Of them.
All of them. Every single song. There's no. They're all so good. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go listen to one of these. It
is pretty magic when Mr. Banks says supercalifragilistic expialidocious in the bank to like all the bosses. Like also rewatching that scene when he goes in to see the bosses and the boardroom's like all dark and they're very ominous, and I'm like, does this create my fear of public speaking or speaking to the bosses? Like, is that where this came from?
That's where it came
or
from.
am I just an introvert?
That's where it came from. I love it. Paul with all the facts today. Paul saying that this Disney movie, as of 2006, holds the record of having the longest in-print status on video. It's been re-released several times, managing to stay in video stores since 1981, and has never been out of print on video, which is not surprising. It was also the first DVD that Disney released, so they could have chosen.
So she was never
tons
vaulted.
of them. It sounds like she was never in the vault.
Is Disney done with the vault?
Yeah.
Yes.
Disney Plus ended the vault.
Okay. Well,
Which
so they
makes me
said that, and
happy
I
and
think
sad.
I've mentioned that before because when Disney Plus first came out, and I was at your place because it was first released in the US and not in Canada. So I'm visiting Katie and Disney Plus is there. And I'm like, oh, it's unvaulted. So I look up one cartoon Disney movie, not there. I look up another, not. after 5, I was like, well, what do they have that's apparently unvaulted all of them? I think most of those are out now, but they still did
They
a
did
slow
kind of a slow
unvaulting.
release, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, lies. That's
They-
not what your press release said.
the like really wildly inappropriate ones are still in the vault. There's like a couple of them that they just
Well, they
never released.
adjusted
But,
some of the old black and white Mickeys. They adjusted them and they put
yeah.
parental content
Warnings
warnings and or edited them. So
And Paul's saying "Feed the Birds" it still hits him. Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is intense. Heather saying it reminds her of her mom. There is like this show in particular, right? Like the main thing about it is how much of our like childhoods and nostalgia are tied up in these movies, and I think this one's like the epitome for that. There's like so many of these moments that are not only magical and beautiful and haunting in themselves, but like are also so tied to like our lives and the people in our lives and all of it. So yeah, I think that's what makes movies so powerful and so beautiful. Oh, Josh is saying that they have not re-released Mary Poppins on physical media since it came out on Blu-ray in 2013. Yeah, I guess now that they have Disney Plus, they probably are less
do we
concerned about
still
it.
make physical media?
They are starting to make physical media a little bit more, so we'll see what happens as we go forward. I wanted to grab this comment from Josh. Says that "Let's Go Fly a Kite" is the very first song that he ever heard from the movie because it was the last song on the Disney sing-along songs VHS.
Aw.
I love the Disney VHS sing-along songs. Like there's something about singing along with Disney songs.
Which I have.
You have those ones too?
Yeah.
I still have some of them. I think I had one with a purple box and one with an orange
Oh, yeah.
box because they had like different colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the purple.
You have a
I
purple
think
one?
the purple one. Yeah, I
Purple,
remember
yeah.
that one the best.
Uh,
Which that makes me think immediately of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
Like that's one of exactly. Like that was like the sing-along song.
We were talking before we jumped on. I was asking Andrew what his favorite park, Walt Disney World park was, and he said Magic Kingdom. And Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is one of the rides there, I think was my favorite with my kids this time around. It was like, there's something about, I don't know, there's something about Snow White. And I'm not even like, I've never been like a giant Snow White fan. I was more of a Sleeping Beauty than a Snow White person, but I really love that ride. Like Hi Ho is playing indefinitely in my mind after getting back. I love it.
Excluding Disney's newer acquisition princesses.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
Princess
into those
Aurora was
ones.
always one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But if we're being honest, it's probably Frankenfurter.
Frankenfurter, yeah, he's our new favorite
Leia.
Disney princess, or Leia.
Leia's also a favorit Disney princess, but she was always a favorite, but she wasn't always a princess.
I
she was
really
always
like Moana, even
spiraling.
though she's not really a princess. She's my Moana's my
I like Merida.
yeah.
Merida's one of my favorites.
Yep.
My
Yep.
niece always she always wants me to curl my hair so I can be Merida. And then if I braid it, then I'm Anna.
Then you're Anna.
She's
There
like,
you
your hair looks like Anna's. Anyways, spiraling about Disney princesses. Back on track.
Yeah.
Andrew, who's your favorite Disney character? It doesn't have to be a princess.
Mickey.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Mickey is pretty great. He's definitely up there. Well, we ask this question every single time or most times that we review movies. Do we think that this movie holds up, and do we think that it could be made today? A movie like this powerful and this brilliant? Do you think it could be something this good could still be made today, or we've lost this magic?
I don't think it can be remade.
I don't think it can be remade. I totally agree with you on that. Do you think that a movie with this much impact could come out in this generation?
No.
Nope.
No,
Andrew's like,
I don't
"Absolutely
think we
not."
have. Like, would somebody today have the insight to put it in this historical time period to have that impact of, they just got out of a war, they're just heading into a massive global recession, they're heading into another world war, like they're in, like that's a really, like fraught time period,
Yeah.
and they reference that several times, and we see like, anyways, would somebody be able to set something in that time period to highlight the joy that it has in the simplicity of things, you know? I don't know, it's too brilliant. I don't know. And I mean, like, there's brilliant writers out there now. It's just, I think people right now are way more into escapism.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. There is something about this movie that it again, and that it goes back to that quote that I keep like brutally misquoting, but there is something about like this movie finds the magic in the everyday versus right now we're in this world of like, no, none of us want to be in this real world, so we want to find the magic like elsewhere in another magical place. And you're right. I think it would be tricky for someone to pull off like finding the magic in the everyday and making it feel less heavy. Like this one does a great job of making a time that was really heavy not feel as heavy. And Tater is totally right. Like you would have to find someone as genius as the Sherman Brothers, which I am very skeptical as to whether or not.
But
we
I
could
think
do.
you'd have to find somebody who's like post World War II. Like the 60s was a sweet spot, you know?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Like
Andrew.
it's a young boomer.
Which the Sherman Brothers were the only Disney staff writers for like songs.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Interesting.
Personally hired by Walt anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know if we have some pretty incredible, like, movie producers and directors and creators out there, but I mean, certainly we don't have another Walt Disney. Like this,
I think maybe
this is special
kids,
because this was Walt's project. Like he really brought this to life.
I think like the young generation now on the other side of this time period we're in might have writers that could do something like Mary Poppins.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think we need to get on the other side of this shitstorm of
we're
history.
doomed, but
This
kids will say
cluster.
this, yeah.
Like,
I know, true.
you know,
True.
I think people on the other side of this blip are they might come up with a Mary Poppins. Not us.
Not us. Yeah.
We have Mary Poppins. We're good.
Yeah. And Josh is saying exactly what I think. I don't think I watched Mary Poppins Returns, or I saw like clips of it, but there's like no way that you can make it as special. Like it could have been brilliant, but it just can never. It's one of those instances where it's not worth it. You can't recreate.
I like that it reintroduced it to a younger generation, which
True.
made people go back and watch it. I like that it sparked joy for children.
True.
I haven't seen it and I haven't had an interest to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing new kids movies as opposed to watching remakes of our kids movies.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
Like
Taters.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm there all day, every day.
I love K-pop.
Sign me up. I've seen it 6 or 7 times. That's alive way more than that. So I love kids movies. I love new movies, but I don't know, a remake of something like this, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Tater is saying to check out the movie The Boys, which is a documentary about the Sherman Brothers, and it goes deep into like the level of metaphor that's in the lyrics. I believe it.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Some of the facts I said tonight came from that movie.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What facts did we miss, Andrew? What else should we cover?
I can't. I think we covered it.
I was gonna say, I think we covered a bunch of them. Paul helped us fill in any that was missing. I'm scrolling back. Back
to make a little Quebecois joke, when you just mentioned The Boys, the first thing that pops into my mind is Les Boys, which is a great Quebecois movie. If you,
not related to Mary Poppins.
I don't know if it translates well. If you could watch that with subtitles, and it would be as funny because it's like Quebec has a lot of play on words with our kind of French.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are great freaking movies. Et les gars.
Well, there's really not much point in rating this one, and no one gets a say. So the rating tonight, and you can all drop your stuff in, but it's all the taters. There are 5 here, but really just multiply this by like 1,000. Imagine taters all over the place. It's just a fabulous
As
movie.
we-
Val, you need to go right now. I know you've been staying, but you need to go and watch this movie. And if any of you have not yet seen this, and go and rewatch it again. Like times are tough right now, and it is really wonderful to kind of get to see this. Paul is absolutely right. This one gets 85 million kites, so many umbrellas, all the different umbrellas, all the different.
As we previously said, we can't rate Disney movies.
We can't rate Disney movies. We can't rate Disney movies.
They're just,
I know.
you know, it's hard to find fault with them.
Yeah,
with
no
a lot
one is
of
allowed
these
to
ones.
not like Disney movies.
From the golden
Sorry.
era, I guess. Well, technically the golden era is like the 80s, 90s, but
Yeah. This one's
I'd say up
included.
until the 90s.
Andrew was so
I'd
excited.
say
that I
Disney
was
up
like,
until the 90s.
We'll stretch it out. I know we normally do 80s, 90s, and early aughts, but this one was just like Andrew was like Mary Poppins, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. This was the right choice, Andrew. This was the joy moving out of spooky season right into this is just perfect. We've reset.
Perfect.
We're ready. We're ready.
After we shocked and horrified some
now
of
that
our
we
tater
shocked and
tots with
horrified
slasher films.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is good to know. Josh is saying the Sherman Brothers, in case you don't know a lot about them, they also did the songs for Winnie the Pooh, Jungle Book, Sword in the Stone, Aristocrats, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Oh, that's one of my faves. And Disney.
AKA all of my favorite soundtracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Which rewatching Bedknobs and Broomsticks is a wild ride,
It's a wild
guys.
ride. It's still one of my favorites. I'm holding on to it.
It was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And my parents were always kind of like, "Are you sure that's when you want to watch?" And now I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's really weird."
That's okay. That's okay. I'm good with it. It was the 60s. It's fine.
I love it.
It's fine. Oh, good. I'm. Thank you so much for coming, Tater. I'm glad that that you'll notice that even though I know your quote unquote government name, the fact that you are here as Tater and the fact that this show is all about taters, I'm going to continue to call you that. So
Yes, for listeners, it's one of our podcast friends.
yes, Sean from
Tater.
But Mostly Disney. So if you are a Disney fan, you need to check that one out. You also need to check out Accessible Adventures with Andrew, which the link is in our show notes and description. And some exciting news for next week. So if you stuck with us to the end of this episode, we're doing something a little bit crazy, a little bit different next week. So we're really excited by it. We got an email from the creators of a new movie called Cuisine de l'Apocalypse, which is, I know it's like spooky-ish, but it's a comedy spooky. But I know we're outside spooky season, but bear with us.
And it's a new movie.
And it's a new movie,
not on VHS.
but it is inspired by all of the movies that we grew up with. So we're really, really excited to be bringing on the creator and one of the actors from that movie. But we're going to be reviewing Ghostbusters and talking about all the different movies that inspired the Cuisine de l'Apocalypse movie. So super excited.
We will also
for
be
that.
talking about that movie too, but
Yeah, so it's a bit of a double feature.
It's a
we're
combo
gonna go
episode.
old versus new, which I'm really excited by, and then we'll be jumping back into our promise of some John Hughes movies because I think November deserves a little John Hughes. So, but huge thank you, Andrew, for coming on tonight, and thank you so much for sharing your favorite movie with us. This was the perfect kickoff to November, so I'm now ready for all of the musicals and getting cozy with some Disney movies. This was a perfect choice. Any other things you want to add, Andrew?
Not really.
Not really. Well, Tater says your channel is great. And now we're making everyone wish that they had their bedknobs and broomsticks lunchboxes. I know. Let's all go over to eBay and rebuy ourselves Mary Poppins and bedknobs and broomsticks lunchboxes.
I have a She-Ra lunchbox.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
I still have her.
I could get really out of control buying too many lunchboxes. Not gonna lie, that could be a bad thing for me to be. It could be.
Mine's the 80s one, so it's not like the metal lunchbox, but it's the 80s version. So it's the plastic with the two like big clips.
Yeah,
and it had the thermos on top.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
the
solid
thermos
one.
in the lid. Yeah,
That's a solid one. Oh, and the one other thing we need to say before we wrap for the evening is I was just remembering that next week is
you just
also.
jump scared me.
Sorry,
so
whoa. Whoa, scare everyone.
Actually, my soul slightly left my body.
Well, good segue,
Okay.
Nat, because we're kind of jumping, like, now that we've done Mary Poppins and everyone feels better, we're like sort of jumping back into spooky season with Cuisine to l'Apocalypse, and it's our watch party next week. So Wednesday watch party, and you all voted we're going to do Hocus Pocus. So hopefully you will all join
Some
us
more
for
Disney
that.
magic fun.
More spooky Disney magic. And then we're going to do Cuisine de l'Apocalypse and Ghostbusters. And then again, we'll jump back in. So I forgot to say that, but I'm really excited by it. So I hope you all come and hang out with us Wednesday. Jump scare back into Hocus Pocus with us. Andrew, have you seen Hocus Pocus? Are you a Hocus
Yes.
Pocus fan? Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Well, you'll have to come to the watch party with us. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Val,
think, Kenny
watch party
Ortega-
Wednesday.
Kenny Ortega does a lot of the Disney 90s movies that Katie and I are super obsessed
Yeah.
with. Anything with choreography from the 90s, we're like, that's Kenny, and we are obsessed.
We are obsessed. We are
80s and 90s, technically.
80s and 90s. Val's seen Ghostbusters, so she's in. She's in for it. Well, you'll have to catch up with Cuisine as well, which looks like a really fun one. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate everyone hanging out with us. It's never Thursday without all of you hanging out and talking movies with us. So we appreciate it. And we're going to jump in a couple seconds, but we will pop up on screen the QR code for you to scan to join our email list, which is how you'll get access to our watch party and a bunch of other fun content. And if you're listening and you're like, I can't see a QR code, you weirdos, because I am listening and not watching, you can swing over to thevhsclubpod.com/email. And you'll be able to sign up there as well. So I hope that we see you all for Hocus Pocus. And we're not going to put on video for this one. So you can like wear whatever you want, get all cozy, get your snacky snacks. And we're all going to be in the chat together, hanging out and talking all Hocus Pocus. We can be all like scared together because that one's a little bit scary. So that one's just a little bit scary. It's not 100% safe. It's a little bit of a scary one. So I hope to see you all for that. And then again on Thursday night. But thanks, everyone. And thanks, Andrew, for joining us. This was a magical
Thank you.
evening, as always. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Katie and Nat.